Hi guys, Mega Jason here, and welcome to another edition of my Madden 2017 franchise. Discussed before, it is currently the off season, and I did do some renaming of some of the rookies going into this season. See if we can track it here in the transactions. Who was renamed? I didn't do them all like I wanted to. It's just gonna take forever. So, um, see if we can check the player editing. So here's all the people that we're going to have in the game. I took some of the main rookies. Like I said, I didn't do them all. Mike Williams, Cortland Sutton, Juju Smith-Schuster, Leonard Fournette, Deshaun Kaiser, Deshaun Watson, Delvin Cook, Malachi Dupree, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb, Trayvon Durrell, Darren Carrington, Brad Kea, Chad Kelly, and Isaiah Ford. I figured I'd just do a couple. It's just going to take too long, and I just don't have the man hours to do it. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get this 2017 season started. We're going to go ahead and advance to week 1. I don't think I have a big enough roster to have to worry about cutting anybody, so we'll see. And I'm gonna skip through the preseason. Just sim right to the regular season. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have to worry about cutting anyone, so. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the injuries here. Brian Robeson is injured. Justin Tratto is injured. Just start Tratto for right now. Let's see if we have anyone else that got injured in the preseason. Jerick McKinnon, Sam Bradford, Shamar Stephen, pretty banged up. A tough preseason. Wow. And remember, this is the season that we are going to start Teddy Bridgewater, as we're going to assume that he's back from injury here. Let's go ahead and we'll set our depth chart here for the season. Bridgewater and Heineke, Peterson, Cobb, and Line. I'm going to go David Cobb, I think, as our second running back. I think we should be okay there. I don't think we're going to have to add a third. Gordon Diggs. Let's see what we can do here. I like Stills as my second receiver. I may cut Jarius right loose. We'll see. Tight end, we're set at. Left tackle, Andre Smith, we're set there. Left guard, we'll put Connor Albright there, our rookie. Backed up by Alex Boone. Or Jameel Douglas, sorry. Center, Will Montgomery is going to start this year. And then we have Julius Samuel, our rookie, as a backup. We'll go ahead and start Boone over Harris here. Right tackle TJ Clemmings, and we also have Holden Stephenson, the rookie. Left end is Tratow, starting for the injured Brian Robeson. Right end, Everson Griffin, backed up by Danielle Hunter. Defensive tackles, Joseph Floyd Johnson. Left outside linebacker, Barr will be starting. Middle linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Right outside linebacker, Chad Greenway. And our defensive backs, we're going to go Rhodes, Alexander, Sterling Moore, our free agent pickup, Trey Waynes, and Jawara Draper, our rookie. Free safety, Harrison Smith, solid there. Shock safety Andrew Sendejo. I think we're okay there as well. Who are we going to start a kick returner? Draper and Diggs are going to be your returners. And we have our practice squad here as well. What we might do is try to... Oh. Might try to spend some time here working on the practice squad in the off season, or in the as far as training is concerned. All right, we are set there. Let's take a look at some of the news going into week 1 before we get started. Transactions. See if we see anything out of the ordinary here. Boringer gets signed to the Steelers practice squad, out from my practice squad. No real big, gigantic names. Let's see if there's been any trades. Bears trade safety Adrian Amos to the Chargers. They get a 2019 round 2, a 2018 round 5, and a 2018 round 7. Jason Kelsey gets traded to the Patriots. Bears trade Lamar Houston to the Saints. Quentin Cobbles to the Texans. Wow, a lot of trades. Wow. Go ahead and set our season goal. I think we set it at 6 wins last year. We'll set it for 8 this year. Let's go ahead and get this game started. Chicago, week 1 against the Bears, and I will see you guys all at the end of the game. I'll go ahead and I'll do the training first. Sorry, guys.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work?
Why 90?
Screw, we'll skip the training. Sorry, guys.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are indeed at the beautiful state-of-the-art U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. They come out with one back and three tight ends. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Here's Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. 20, 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The young connection hook up there. Bridgewater to Diggs. 72 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen from 3 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
We have no idea how the season is going to turn out. It's only the first drive. But if it does turn out to be a storybook season, we'll look back at this one as the great beginning.
And so we have the touchdown now. Here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Langford again. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We see this offense, and we see Jeremy Langford, certainly a guy to watch in this game.
He plays a game with great determination, Brandon. In college, he played multiple positions before settling in at running back. He made the right choice.
2nd down following the run. Cutler to Langford on the draw. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
What a tremendous play by the defensive line. Instead of getting too far upfield against the draw, able to hold their spot and make a big play in the backfield.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Minnesota first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Bridgewater fakes a give to Peterson. And he rifles one incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They go play action. Bridgewater. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Let's go.
They'll run it here. This is David Cobb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down. Now Blair Walsh on for a long field goal. He's hit from as far away as 56 in his young career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And the Vikings defense. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps, and that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
From midfield now, here's Cutler. And he finds Cook. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jared Cook, 50 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone, but today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic, and they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Look at the spin. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Peterson alone in the backfield. They're going to give it to him running right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Let's go.
Here's Cobb. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. They find some open field here.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain. That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
That is caught at the 7. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
Let's go.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy.
Get ready. Wide 80.
Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. And Stills over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Bridgewater to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Second down, Bridgewater. He's got time. He's going to rifle one deep left side. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
That's caught by Treadwell. 23 yards on the play. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Let's go. Hey.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Boykin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Tenth carry now for Jeremy Langford. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, guys. We'll get back to you soon for the second half of this tied ball game. But first, let's look back now at this first half of play. Right now, we've got a tie game, and that just means exciting football for us in the second half, as we'll have 2 teams playing 2 quarters to decide a winner. All right, let's get...
Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. Hey, I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. All even, we are tied, so a blank slate. Throw away those first 2 quarters, so to speak.
Yeah, I love the way you put it because you do throw them away because it's a 0-0, but you also have a couple of lessons from the first half. What did you learn? What do you have to improve on? And then you get to start the second half and put it all into practice.
They'll try to take those halftime lessons and put them into practice indeed. Here we go.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Cutler to throw on second down. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. On third down, Cutler dumps it into the flat to Langford. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it'll be 2nd and 10. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, it's Cutler. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Past the 20, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run, 35 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Here comes Robbie Gould for the Bears field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Rob Ninkovich on the stop. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, that one was batted down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Bridgewater to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And again, it's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Checks it underneath to Langford. Stays on his feet. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. The lone setback is Langford. A fake to Langford. Now Cutler. Finding time. Trying to lay one up into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Get ready! Wait 90! Wait 90!
A play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Holding offense.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it. This is Cobb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 9 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I like the reasoning. It's too far for a field goal, and it's too short to really get a big field position edge on a punt. Let's go for it. And sure enough, it's the ground game that's able to convert for him on fourth down.
And his throw is incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Bridgewater a give. This is Peterson. Cuts it out here, left sideline. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we have Hyde still on the ground here. Staying down after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So it'll be first down here after the run. Again, Peterson. And there's a flag on the field.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense. Automatic first down.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a Chicago first down. The lone setback is Langford. From midfield now, here's Cutler. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Their big-bodied receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a great example of what we've been told from the time we first put on pads as little guys in the backyard. Effort will be rewarded if you keep giving it. And how about that run? Broke through a couple of tackles, refused to go down, legs churning. I like what I saw there.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
And he's brought down after a good gain. Time for a break. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Peterson alone in the backfield. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph from 21 yards away. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And they'll see if they can get one final stop with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try their best to get them motivated, get them involved. But they're going to need to make a play or two in order to keep them in that spot.
The crowd's making some noise now. He's got that one complete to Eddie Royal. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be first down Bears. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. He's back to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect them.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Back to throw. And he finds Cook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now is Cutler. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Cutler to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Here's Cutler. That's caught at the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jared Cook with time running out. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Chicago Bears defeat the Minnesota Vikings 27-24. Kind of surprised that we dropped the first game of the season, especially after only losing one game all of last regular season. But these things happen, and we did lose a lot of players on both offense and defense. Bridgewater didn't have too solid of a game. May have to consider going to Bradford when Bradford gets back from injury if Bridgewater does not improve. Take a look at some of the final numbers here for the Vikings. Bridgewater had a 91.5 QB rating, 14 to 25 for 297, 2 TDs, and 2 picks, with a 56% completion percentage. Rushing, Adrian Peterson, not a bad debut. 19 attempts for 85 yards and a touchdown. David Cobb, 6 for 34. We tried to do some switching around here in the running game just to keep Peterson fresh. When we look at receiving, Stills 1 for 21, Pruitt 1 for 21, Thaleen 2 for 15 and a touchdown, Treadwell 2 for 33, Diggs 2 for 96, and Kyle Rudolph led the Vikings with 6 receptions for 11 yards and 1 touchdown. Defensively, Justin Tratow had 1 sack, and Harrison Smith had 1 interception. So guys, I'll go ahead and I'll sign off there for this game, and I will see you in the next one.